In the month of July 1947, having saved about $50 from all veteran benefits, I was ready to go to the West Coast. My friend Remy Bunker had written me a letter from San Francisco saying I should come and ship out with him on and around the world liner. He swore he could get me into the engine room. I wrote back and said I'd be satisfied with any other freighter so long as I could take a few long Pacific trips and come back with enough money to support myself in my aunt's house while I finished my book. He said he had a shark in Mill City and I would have all the time in the world to ride there while we went through the rigmarole of getting the ship. He was living with a girl called Leanne. He said she was a marvelous cook and everything would jump. Remy was an old prep school friend, a Frenchman brought up in Paris and a really mad guy. I didn't know how mad at this time, so he expected me to arrive in 10 days.
My aunt was all in accord with my trip to the West. She said it would do me good. I'd been working so hard all winter and staying in too much. She even didn't complain when I told her I'd have to hitchhike some. All she wanted was for me to come back in one piece. So, leaving my big old manuscript sitting on top of my desk and folding back my comfortable home sheet for the last time one morning, I left with my canvas bag in which a few fundamental things were packed and took off for the Pacific Ocean with the $50 in my pocket. I'd been pouring the maps of the United States in Patterson for months, even reading books about the pioneers and savoring names like Place and Cimarron and so on. And on the road map was a long red line called Route 6 that led from the tip of Cape Cod clear to Ely, Nevada, and there deep down to Los Angeles. I'll just stay on the 6 all the way to Ely, I said to myself confidently started. To get to 6, I had to go up Bear Mountain, filled with dreams of what I do in Chicago, in Denver, and then finally in San Fran. I took the 7th Avenue subway to the end of the line at 242th Street, and then took a trolley into Yonkers. In downtown Yonkers, I transferred to an outgoing trolley and went to the city limit on the east bank of the Hudson River. If you drop a rose in the Hudson River at its mysterious source in Adirondacks, think of all the places it journeys by as it goes out to sea forever. Think of that wonderful Hudson Valley.
I started hitching up the thing. 5 scattered rides took me to the desired Bear Mountain Bridge. We rode 6 arch in from New England. It began to rain in torrents when I was let off there. It was mountainous. Route 6 came over the river, wound around the traffic circle, and disappeared into the wilderness. Not only there was no traffic, but the rain came down in buckets and I had no shelter. I had to run under some pines to take cover. This did no good. I began crying and swearing and soaking myself on the head for being such a damn fool. I was 40 miles north of New York. All the way up, I'd been worried about the fact that on this, my big opening day, I was only moving north instead of the so longed for west. Now I was stuck on my northern hang-up. I ran a quarter mile to an abandoned cute English-style filling station and stood under the dripping eaves. High up over my head, the great hairy Bear Mountain sent down thunderclaps that put the fear of God in me. All I could see were smoky trees and dismayed wilderness rising to the skies. What the hell am I doing up here? I cursed. I cried for Chicago.